Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back. And I just wanted to come in and run my mouth and talk about some mess. Talk about some of these people. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it. So, it was officially announced today that the season 16 cast of Atlanta would consist of, okay, the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Georgia. All right. So the cast consists of hashtag love wins. Hey! Hashtag be his peace. For those who don't know who I'm talking about y'all homegirl, Portia. Portia Williams. Portia Stewart. Portia Williams. Portia Gubadia. Girl, I don't know what her next name gonna be because I'm sure she'll be married within the next 2 years. She'll change her name again. Then we have Miss Gone with the Wind Fabulous, girl, Miss Black Barbie herself, the Kenya Samamoa. Okay. Then we have Drew Sidora. Okay. We have Shamia Morton. I said, okay. Now I did hear a little scuttlebutt of Shamia, you know, supposedly returning. Clearly, it was true. I can't pronounce her last name, her married last name. Shamia Morton Mwangi, is that how you say it? And then we have the Cynthia Cheekbone Bailey returning as a friend. So she's going to be returning as a friend. And then we have the new ladies, which is Angela Oakley. Okay. And then we have Brittany Edie. And we have Kelly Farrell. These are all new girls. I don't know anything about them. As far when I say new girls, I mean I don't think they're celebrities. At least I haven't heard of them. They could be. Um, can I say something? Can I say something? Housewives of yesteryear will no longer be. The good times, the golden era of housewives is long and gone. The days where they would pull in 3, 4 million viewers a week, those days are over. The girls are lucky to pull in 1 million. Okay. Maybe I'm a little sensitive when it comes to Atlanta because Real Housewives of Atlanta has always been my girls. Girl, they have always been my girls and forever will be. So I'm a little sensitive when it comes to these group of women, okay? I think some of y'all are going a little bit too hard on season 16. Girl, y'all already online talking about how this gonna suck. This is a mess. Girl, what trailer have you seen for for you to come to that conclusion? Girl, what commercial have you seen? Girl, like I could see if, and I know you ain't seen no trailer because they ain't even started filming yet. Girl, all you did was get a list of ladies. You have 3 new faces, and then you have a new housewife who we've never really seen in a housewife capacity before, which is Shamia. Right? We've seen her as a friend, but we've never seen her bring it as a housewife. It's a slight difference, right? So you have Shamia, you have Angela, Brittany, and Kelly. I don't know if y'all just want Atlanta to fail. I don't know. But based off of the girls, excuse me, on the East Coast, hello? Y'all better be trying to put some positive energy in the air for Atlanta. I just want us to I just want us to breathe. I want us to relax, calm down. Okay. The season has they haven't even started filming yet, and y'all are already talking about how it's a horrible season. Girl, based off of what? Girl, based off of what? I also want to say this, and I feel like we have to say this every time we talk about Atlanta. Lanithia Leaks As much as we love Lanithia, as much as Lanithia is a pop culture icon, as much as she is a reality TV star legend, Lanithia Leaks is in the Smithsonian Museum in Washington, D.C. Okay? I think multiple things can exist at the same time. Everything that I just said, and also the next thing, what I'm about to say. Lanithia Leaks is not returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta ever. So I want y'all to let it go. Okay? We asked for Nene. Girl, no. Girl, we knew Nene wasn't coming back. Do we want Nene to come back? Yes. But do we also know that Nene is not returning? Yes. I also want y'all to let Phaedra Parks go. Phaedra Parks is on Married to Medicine. I don't know how many of you know this, but if you are such a big fan of Phaedra and if you want to see Phaedra on television, there's no way that you could be this fan of Phaedra and don't even realize that she's on another show on the same network. Why are you asking for Phaedra when she's already on another reality show? Phaedra is not going to be on Married to Medicine and also be on Real Housewives of Atlanta at the same time. And from what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, I heard Phaedra signed a 3-year contract with Married to Medicine anyways. So she got about 2 more seasons left. I'm excited about this new season. I am. Again, I don't know if Angela, Brittany, or Kelly, if those ladies are going to be housewives or if they're going to be friends. I don't know if they're going to eventually start to bring in 1 or 2 more friends. I don't see them just having Portia, Kenya, Drew, and Shamia as a housewife. So Angela, Brittany, and Kelly, 1, 2, or all 3 of them are going to have to be a housewife. I just don't see it. And again, like I said, they haven't started filming as of yet. So maybe once the season starts, we may get 1 or maybe 2, I don't know, another friend of a housewife. Girl, quiet as it's kept. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. They should have brought Courtney back. They should have brought Courtney back. I mean, you already bringing Drew back. Bring Courtney back, Drew, Ralph, and Allison. Girl, that's a story. Hello? Because Allison ready to swing Courtney every which way but loose. Let her. Girl. Let her. Let her. Let her. Girl, what is y'all doing over there at Bravo? I think Shamia is cute. It's cool. I don't have an issue with Shamia. Do Shamia look like a fool sometimes when it comes to Portia? Absolutely. Do I think that she's a dummy when it comes to her friendship with Portia? Absolutely. Ain't no way Portia would have been able to do the things that she did to Shamia to me and us still remain friends. No way. But y'all know y'all swapping out Portia is the best friend y'all ain't never had. Okay? I don't understand it. Portia was the same one who sat right on TV while Shamia was engaged to be married and sat there beside Phaedra while Phaedra told Sheree that Shamia was having sex with Candy and Todd. She was the same one who swore up and down she ain't had no money to go to that girl wedding. But that's her best friend. That's her best friend. It is what it is. So shout out to the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16. I'm very excited. This girl, Kelly, in this picture right here, you know who she reminds me of? She's a pretty girl. In this picture, she reminds me of Cam Newton's latest baby mama. Yasmin. Don't they kind of resemble a little bit? They do. Well, to me, they do anyways. Anyways, that's Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16. I'm excited. I think the girls are gonna do actually okay. I'm a little nervous because I don't know how this is going to be with Kenya and Portia leading this new wave of housewives. Um, I don't know. That's the only thing I'm a tad bit nervous about. But it is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and move on and talk about somebody else. Okay, so the neighborhood talk posed a question, and it was neighbors. Is it still possible to, I'm sorry, is it possible to still be a good parent even if you are unfaithful to your spouse? Neighbors, is it possible to still be a good parent even if you are unfaithful to your spouse? So I'm going to play some of this clip. It's Gary Owens and Shannon Sharp, and they were discussing his relationship or his estranged situation that he has with his children. Okay, so this is some of what Gary Owens had to say.
That you're a deadbeat. What's your relationship with your kids right now?
I don't have one. It's been three and a half years.
Really?
Yeah.
How hard is that for you?
What do you think? It's a nightmare. It's like they're my greatest accomplishments and my greatest failure at the same time. But to see how it's just crashed and burned since the divorce, and this is all since the divorce.
Do you believe she played a role in the divide with your kids?
I'll say I'll take the blame because I didn't ensure that my relationship with them was so strong that no matter what anybody said to them, they could be like, nah, my dad's good. So, I was gone a lot.
Right.
I'm on the road.
Right.
And that's part of the deal. But I really don't know. I don't want to throw stones and stuff. I don't know. I don't know if she's at the house saying your dad ain't I don't know. I mean, I do know blasting me on social media didn't help. Mm-hmm. And then other shit happened we'll get into in a little bit. I just don't know where it got so bad. You know what I mean? That I'm just literally the worst human being on the planet. And it's funny, I ran into my ex last week. We was on a plane. We were on a plane from Atlanta to Cincinnati.
Come on, Gary.
I ain't got no reason to lie now. I just said I cheated. That's been the freaking elephant in the room. So I got nothing to hide anymore. So I'm sitting there and I sit on a plane. I go, ain't no way this is happening. Ain't no way this is happening.
That's what I'm saying.
I went I was in the window like.
You like a kid. You like a kid looking out the window.
Yeah, that's my bag. So she didn't see me when she got on the plane. We go to baggage claim. She sees me. She comes up. We start talking, asking her how do we get this right with the kids? And then I keep telling her look, when they call, I'm there. I don't care if I got to show them, cancel it. The minute they say, Dad, I'm ready to talk, I'm out.
Right.
I'll go to where they're at. So when I talked to her about the kids, I told her, I said, I wish you would
help
just say it's time. It's time. Because they do listen to you.
Yes.
Enough.
Mm-hmm.
There's no abuse here. There's no mental abuse. There's no physical abuse. They had a great childhood.
Yes.
Great. Private school. Paid for my daughter's college. I mean, just stuff you're supposed to do if you have it as a dad.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm just I don't know how I became this evil human being that they want nothing to do with. I was I'm not perfect. I read somewhere that somebody said, you go through the divorce.
Okay, so that's enough because it's like a 5-minute clip and I'm not playing the full 5 minutes. Y'all get what he's saying. Okay, so this is what I got to say. You know how on your Facebook, how I don't have the Facebook app on my phone anymore. I barely even participate in Facebook. But occasionally I will, go to facebook.com and go to my profile. But for the most part, I'm really not on Facebook. But you know how sometimes on Facebook, if you log in on a certain day, it will show a memory of something that you posted on that same date, years, prior. It's been a couple of times where I have logged on to my Facebook account and post from 2010, 2012, 2013, have come up of me giving my opinion on certain situations. And I remember one day I had logged on to Facebook and a post, I forgot what year it was from, but it was some years ago. It was a memory that was shared, and it was me basically saying how I will never understand how people say that you can be a good father, but you mistreat the mother of your kids or child. I never understood it, right? I don't think that I was at a point either where I could really articulate my feelings or my thoughts. So I just couldn't grasp. Like, I never understood why people would say that. When people would say, "Oh, you can be a good father and like a horrible husband, or you can be a good father and still a horrible boyfriend," I used to be like, "No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't." And now that I've gotten older, and um, I think I've figured out why I feel that you can't be a good husband. I mean, you can't run around here and say that you're a good father, but a horrible husband. And I'm gonna tell you why. I think part of the problem is with men like Gary, Martell Holt, Benzino, and the list goes on and on and on, is they feel that if they provide the necessities of life, which is food, shelter, clothing, right, then they've done a good job at being a father, even though you have to provide those things. If you don't provide your children with food, clothing, shelter, there's a good chance that them white people gonna come and snatch their asses up out your house. So those are the things that you have to do. And then when you have someone like Benzino, who has also voiced this about him, his kids growing up in a big house, right? So if you are privileged enough to come from a family who don't live in the hood, or even just a middle class family, if you come from like a rich family, and if the father has his kids or his family in the good side of town where the big houses are, girl, they really gonna feel like they doing it, right? So now you have Gary Owens who's saying that, oh, I gave them, they had a private education, and I did the things that you're supposed to do, right? The things that you're supposed to do. The things you're just supposed to do. Being a father is just not providing the necessities of life. Being a father is not just doing what you're supposed to do. Being a father is also teaching your son, who will eventually get into a relationship. Some of you hope that it's with a woman, right? So we'll just keep it on heterosexual relationships today. Okay. So you, as a father, are supposed to teach your son not only, right? Not only are you supposed to provide your children with the necessities of life, but you're supposed to teach your son how to have some integrity and be honest and move with some morals, and how to treat his wife, how to treat his girlfriend. But you can't teach that when you're mistreating your wife. You're failing. You're failing at the other responsibilities of being a father. You just throwing some Nikes on your children's feet, the latest Jordans, the latest polo shirt, the latest Tommy Hilfiger. That's the shit we used to wear when we was young. Little girls still wear Tommy Hilfiger. We used to wear Tommy Hilfiger and polo. Girl, the latest Tommy Hilfiger, the polo, that does not make you a great father. Are you teaching your child the things that they need to know? Are you teaching your child about being loyal and about being honest and about actually protecting their wife? You can't go out there and slang penis around town and then say that you're protecting your wife from what? Because she got to go get checked. Because you are here slinging penis, and not only are you slinging penis, you're not even wrapping it up. So now I have to go to the clinic and get tested because I have to make sure my husband ain't brought me back nothing from the streets. How are you teaching your daughters how they should be treated by a man? You had Beyonce coming out just the other day. Okay, not the other day, early 2000s, with her debut album talking about she want her husband to be just like her daddy, and that's exactly what she got. A philandering ass nigga lying in her bed. Sorry, Beehive. It is what it is. Y'all say that these girls, their first loves are their fathers. If their first loves are their fathers, and they're looking at their fathers as an example of the man that they want, but you can't even respect, especially if you're in a relationship. Now, that's one thing if you're in a relationship, you just had a baby with a, you know what I'm saying? But especially if you're in a marriage, if you're in a relationship, if these little girls are looking at you as an example of what their husband is supposed to be like, and you're trashing their mother, beating on their mama, disrespecting their mother, then how can you then turn around and say, I was a good father? You can't even be a decent example of the man that your daughter is going to want in the future. Because look at how you treat their mother. Hello, is this microphone on? Do y'all hear me? Am I making sense or am I not making sense? Somebody let me know because I feel like I'm talking. I feel like I'm talking my shit today. I feel like I'm talking my shit today. I want y'all to get out of the mindset that just because a nigga can provide clothes and shoes and girl, the things that you need in life that makes him a good father. No. You're a horrible example of what a husband is supposed to be like, Gary. You're a horrible example of what a husband is supposed to be like, Martell. You're a horrible example of what a husband is supposed to be like, Benzino and Kevin Hart and all the other niggas we can add to the list. You're a horrible example. You better hope that your daughter does not run into a nigga like you. Because I know you don't want her to go through the same things that you done brought these other women through. Took these other women through. I know you don't. I know Gary does not want his daughter to get with a man that will do her the same way he did her mother. I know you don't. I know Martell does not want his daughters to get with a man like him, who will get into a relationship for 5 years, get his girlfriend pregnant multiple times, eventually have a baby, call her a hoe on national cable television, say he's going to release Revenge. Y'all already know the storyline. Like, I know he doesn't want that. But these men think they are great fathers because, again, they provide the necessities of life. And that does not make you a great father. You're doing what you're supposed to do in order not to go to jail. Your kid got to go to school. Your kid has to be fed. Your kid has to be sheltered. Nigga, what else are you doing? Y'all think because y'all go outside in the backyard and throw a football around with your son, that all of a sudden that makes you a good father. Nigga, he don't need you to teach him how to throw a football. The coach at the motherfucking high school can do that. He don't need you to teach him how to shoot a basketball. The coach at the middle school can teach him how to do that. Teach him how to have some integrity. Teach him how to have some morals. Teach him about rejection. So when he does get rejected by a girl or a woman, he knows that that's okay. And that he's not automatically, girl, has access to a little girl or to a woman. Teach him about being honest. Teach him about being loyal. Teach him how to be respectful. Teach him about kindness. Y'all not teaching them about that. And then y'all wonder why they growing up. And girl, their new name is inmate 572-00373. Y'all wonder why when these little girls grow up, they fucked up in the head from their daddy. That's the part y'all don't want to talk about. That's the part y'all don't want to talk about. Y'all wonder why when these little girls grow up, y'all say they got daddy issues. Right? When these little girls grow up, the first thing they say is, what man hurt you? Their father. Their father. What man hurt you? Their father. That's who hurt them. That's who hurt them. Since you want to know. Since you want to know. The first man who they say they fall in love with, that's who hurt them. And that's why she's fucked up the way she's fucked up. Hello? So anyways, that's all I had to say about that. Girl, I'm about to go walk. I'm gonna upload this video. I'm about to make me a little smoothie, and then I'm gonna go walk. It's not too late. Girl, it's only 7. It's 7:44. So yeah, I'm gonna wait. I like to walk when it get dark. Some of y'all thank y'all for being concerned about me, girl. Let me tell y'all something. I'm not walking at no 2 o'clock in the girl. I got enough sense, girl. Now I live in a decent area, but girl, I'm not no fool. Girl, I'm not walking outside at no midnight. You know what I'm saying? Well, I will go to the taco truck. I will go to the taco truck. But what I'm saying is, girl, I'm not walking all downtown. Let me tell you how my mind works. Okay, if it's a Monday, Tuesday, downtown is really not that busy. Once kind of Wednesday hits, you start to see a little bit more traffic. I'm not walking downtown at midnight, period. But if I were to, it would probably be like on a Thursday night, Friday, where it's people everywhere. I'm not walking out, girl, at no 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, no midnight on a Monday. No. When I walk at night, it's usually when the sun goes down, probably like 8 o'clock, 8:30, right? People are still out. It's still a little busy. It's not, it's still traffic, right? But girl, I'm not walking out. I'm not walking. I'm not no fool, girl. Decent area or whatever you want to call it, girl. Downtown still has some of the crazies. We could just call a thing, okay? So, but it is what it is. All right, y'all. That's all I wanted. I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day. Bye, y'all. One thing to add to Gary Owen's kids are grown, right? Um, I've said this. I'm going to say it again. I think there are people out there who love their fathers more than they love their mothers. There are people out there who can't stand their mamas and worship the ground their fathers walk on. I get it. But I feel like the majority of people, they don't play about their mamas. And now you have your kids who are adults who have probably had a relationship or two underneath their belt. And now they're looking at the fact that their father mistreated their mother. Gary feels a type of way because I guess the ex-wife blasted him on social media, and he feels like that probably made it worse than what it probably is. Um, and that's probably true. Um, but you can't go around and mistreat people and then think that they have some type of allegiance in protecting you and your name. You mistreated that lady. She blasted you. The kids probably got upset about finding out that their father was an ain't shit nigga and he disrespected their mother, and they're pissed off about it. Um, I think that is unfair in some situations. I think it's unfair to automatically blame the mother for the disconnect between, for example, Gary and his kids. Your children are grown. Your children can read, they can see, they use Google, they've heard the stories. The mama ain't got to tell them a goddamn thing. They can come to the conclusion on their own about who their father may be. Period. Um, I can acknowledge that, Gary, you fucked up, and now you're in this position where you don't know what to do about trying to save your relationship with your kids, right? Because from what you're saying, they've made it very clear that they don't want no parts of you. So is Gary supposed to keep trying and trying and trying and trying? Or is he supposed to just say, whenever you're ready to have a conversation, let me know? Um, I think that's all I had to say. I think that's all I had to say. Yeah. Yeah. I think Gary wants the mother to kind of, I guess, be the liaison between him and his children, and I guess he feels like the mother has a little bit of say over if the kids would deal with him. I can't speak on everybody's experience. I never had a relationship with my father. I went to visit him a few times when I was younger. As I got older, I remember my mother, trying to not pressure me, but hey, I saw you. I ran into your father today. He's in town. I gave him your number, girl. Why? I don't even know that man. I ran into your daddy today. I gave girl, you done ran into that man 7 times in the last 3 years, and you done gave him my number, girl, 14 times. Okay, girl, you don't have to keep giving him my number because more than likely, if you call, I'm not gonna answer anyways. You see what I'm saying? I don't think it's fair, and I can almost guarantee you that at one point my father probably thought that my mother was the reason why I didn't want to deal with. I just want to deal with you because, girl, I just don't want to deal with you. I don't know you. I went to visit you a couple of times when I was, probably a few times when I was younger. Other than that, girl, it's kind of like you can't miss what you've never had. It's one thing if I had a relationship with my father, then it probably would have bothered me. But being that I really never had a relationship with you, right? And I think the last time I went to visit him, I was probably around 9 or 10. Good, that was I'll tell you that story another day. It was probably around like 9 or 10. Girl, I'm 41 now, so there's no need to even have to go down that path. Now I will say my mother. I think the last time she even brought it to my attention, it was some years ago. I think she went to visit my grandmother, and she was at Walmart, and she was like, "Guess who I ran into today?" I'm like, "Who?" Girl, your daddy. Girl, okay. All right, well, girl, what you buy at Walmart? You know what I'm saying? Like, girl. And I think that was the last time she was like, okay, girl, I guess he really, girl, I'm really like, girl, it ain't nothing to be done with because it was never started. You know what I'm saying? But I do think there are some fathers out there who feel like the mothers um try to drive a wedge between their relationship. And I just don't think that's true. I even have a best friend who, not a best friend, I just told a lie. I have a friend who um had issues with was having issues with her child's father. He's a deadbeat, he is. And she said that once her son got to a certain age, um, and he could really communicate, then she would let him decide how the relationship would go. But the reason why there was an issue at one point is because he was the type of father that would say, "Oh, I'm going to come see him. I'm going to come and get him." And then she would tell him, "Hey, your daddy's coming to get you this weekend. Your daddy's coming to get you this week." And girl, he would never come. And so she got to the point where she told him, "Hey, just stop." Because one thing you're not going to do is keep saying that you're going to come and get your child this week, come and get your child this month, and then you never come. And then I have to tell our son that his father's not coming again. And as a father, he just basically just I guess after she told him like, girl, just stop, he was like, okay. But girl, you wasn't coming around anyways. But like she said, once her son gets old enough and if he wants to have a relationship with his father, then that's on him. But right now, because at the time of his age, he couldn't grasp and understand what was going on. And he was always sad and crying. And why don't my daddy want me? And she was just like, no, you a horrible ass man. You're a horrible ass father. Stop. Just stop. If you know you're not coming, stop saying you're coming when you know that you're not. And now I have to sit here and hold this boy and watch him cry. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop. And anyways, but like she said, once her son gets to a certain age, if he wants to have a relationship with his father, then she's not going to stop it. But at that time, because of his age and because he really couldn't, comprehend what was going on, she was just like, no, no, you can't even show up for a fucking Friday through Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, but I just want to tell that story just to say, girl, sometimes it is what it is. And you cannot be the root, the cause for the destruction of your family, and then turn around and say that you are a good father. You cannot walk around and not have enough self-control to keep your cock in your underwear and not be community dick, jeopardize everything that you've built with your partner, businesses, whatever, family, and then say that you're a good father. You cannot say that you're a good father and be the reason why now your children have to be shuffled from one address to the next. You just can't. You are the reason why everyone's life is a mess. When you cheat, it doesn't just affect your wife, it affects your kids. And I'm gonna go ahead and say something that some of you may disagree with. Not only does it affect your kids, but it affects your other family members too. Especially if you have a family where you have grown close to this person who's now a part of your family, even if it's through marriage, that trickles on down to other family members too, right? Because now they're put in this position. I like this person, but he cheated on my cousin. What am I supposed to do, right? It can become a mess if you disrespect your child's mother, marriage or not. If you put your hands on your child's mother, marriage or not, disrespect is disrespect. I'm saying if you disrespect your child's mother, I don't give a damn if there's a ring involved or not. Cursing, cheating, physical, all of that. You cannot turn around and say that you're a good father. I'm just sorry you can't. You just can't. And I've gave examples of why. I've gave my reasoning of why you can't. We can agree to disagree. That's fine. It's not that big of a deal. I agree with some stuff I don't agree with. But that's my rice, girl. I gotta go. I'm cooking some more rice, so I gotta get up off this phone. All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye.